You guys, this is the only base recipe you need to make flavorful tea time or travel cakes. We start by, of course, lining the cake pans, for which grease the sides and base with some oil or butter. Line the base with the parchment paper and then dust the sides with some flour. That's about it. And this is also the time to preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 360 degrees Fahrenheit. Now to prepare the cake batter, let us make our own buttermilk. You can of course go ahead and buy one from the stores, but it is super easy to make one and also super cheap to make one at home. To make your own buttermilk at home, start by weighing out equal amounts of warm milk, and to that add the vinegar, and we will also add vanilla essence at this stage. Of course, you can also use lemon juice in place of vinegar. So add these two ingredients, give it a stir and set this aside for 5 minutes to curdle. At this point, let us keep it to a side and start sieving our dry ingredients, which includes flour, corn flour, baking powder, baking soda and salt. Now that all our prep work is done, finally it is time to get the batter together. So for that, in a separate bowl, beat the butter until creamy. Note the consistency of butter here, so you can see that it is soft enough when you press it between your fingers. It still holds its shape, right? So yes, that's how you want it, that it is stiff and soft at the same time. Make sure it is not melted. Then start beating it using your beater. Having said that, you do not actually need an electric beater here. So if your butter is really soft, you can also use a balloon whisk to beat it into a creamy state. Do remember to scrape your bowl every now and then so that there is even beating. Then add in the sugar and blend again. Note the consistency here of the sugar as well. I am using caster sugar here. You can powder or bits the regular granulated sugar to get into this stage if you do not have caster sugar at home. Now all these minor things like the consistency of butter, sugar and the type of flour you use, all these are super crucial when you are making a base recipe. So little slight difference here and there can cause your cakes to sink in the middle, or can give you a dense, or can lead to a denser cake. So yes, just note these few little tips and you are good to go. Now that everything is creamy and blended well, we will add our star ingredient, which is condensed milk, which is also the egg replacement here. So just add that and beat well. Time to incorporate the dry and wet ingredients, starting and ending with dry ingredients. So you add in the flour and mix. When you still see some bits of flour left, that is when you add the prepared buttermilk. Combine till you get a cake batter consistency. So you always start with dry and end with dry. So which means you will add your dry ingredients 3 times and wet ingredients, which is buttermilk in this case, 2 times. Transfer it to the prepared cake pans. I am using 2 6-inch cake pans here. Then bake it in the preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for around 25 to 30 minutes. I use this cake to make my daughter's mermaid theme cake, which I'll share in the future posts. So if that interests you, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon. By the way, I also baked this in a square pan so that I could slice and show you guys the texture from within. This is a 6-inch square cake pan, and since I am baking everything in one single cake pan, the time duration increased to around 30 to 40 minutes. The temperature of course remains the same, so bake it until a skewer inserted in the center comes out clean. Leave the cake in the pan itself for another 3 minutes and then invert to release it from the cake pan and allow it to cool completely. Once cooled, simply slice and enjoy a beautiful cake, I promise. It's a perfect butter cake, a tea time cake, or even a perfect base for all your travel cakes. My little one clearly couldn't control himself here, it was that good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any queries regarding eggless cake bases, then do leave a comment and I'll try to answer each and every single query for this particular video. I'll see you soon in my next one. Until then, this is Sushma signing off. Take care. Bye bye.